This is wild.
Lots of unknowns.
Very true. Eric EJ, great to see you, my friend, on this Friday.
That's right, Friday.
And as we review the collective wisdom of the Hive, or collective
wisdom might be a
something
strong.
of the Hive.
Yeah, wisdom might be a strong word.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So
You-
it is
you
the
are.
collective wisdom.
You are.
Because,
Yes.
it can't be supreme intelligence like me. If you said, oh, simple coach, the supreme intelligenter guy, that's different. But the Hive, collective wisdom.
I'm just gonna smile and nod.
Yeah. Just remind me of my scores again. Can you
Yeah,
show that
yeah,
graph? All right, brother, let's roll with this because you have some interesting things that I am totally going to share.
Yeah, so I sent you a little chart, a pie chart and whatnot, because we've got Chicago Emory and Wash U Emory. I got a couple comments on it, which was fun. Like, I can't believe you got Emory in here twice, or oh, this is great. I love that you're picking these games. And like somebody like Emory question mark. So certainly an interesting, some interesting conversations. Interesting results too. The first game is tonight. It's Chicago at Emory. Massey has Chicago at a 41% chance of winning,
And we give them
and we give them 16%.
minimal,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised by.
I am too. I
am
thought
surprised.
for sure
I
this
think
would be high.
Chicago is a lot better than what people are giving them credit for, especially here.
16% for Chicago, 57% for Emory,
Yeah.
and a draw at 27%. I thought for sure this would be a little bit higher in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Chicago's better than that. I would have thought so. I would have thought that this would have been like 50-50 split. Like literally, like they can
Well,
be good.
Kind of like the next one. Kind of
Correct.
like Washington Emory. Wash U Emory on Sunday.
I mean,
30% Wash U, 35% Emory, 35% draw. Right across the board.
And
30,
that's
30.
legit. Like this to me is more legit than the Chicago only getting 16%.
Yeah, I would have thought both games would have been like this.
And because of this, let us share.
Yeah, I thought this was cool. Because we talked about this on
I
when
totally
we
geek out
spoke earlier
over
in the
this
week.
stuff. Tell me when you see it.
I said I'd be curious to see who picks what both times. So yeah, there you go.
Oh wait, is it there? No, wait.
Yeah, it's there. I see it.
Oh,
Now I don't.
no, I don't. What the heck?
Now it's small.
You know what?
You had it right the first time.
Hang on. Share screen. Screen. Ever since, my buddy Jeff did his thing.
Well, you had it. You had it right, and then you changed it. There you go.
He's sabotaging me.
There you go.
I don't know why mine's not showing, but okay. Is it still there?
Well, no. Now it's tiny again, so I can't read it.
I don't understand. Let me try that. Hang on. Presentation. No. Technical difficulties. Jeff, what the hell? You're fired. Window.
There.
There we go.
Good. Leave it.
Gone.
Okay.
Is it gone or
It's
is it
gone
still
for
there?
you. No. Now it's
it's-
back to small again.
Oh, all right. You know what I'll do? I will cut it and paste it into the thing because it's pretty awesome. So we'll just talk it through, but it's popped up right now in the show. So
All right. So yeah, I mean, I can't really see it. So well, I guess now I can. Yeah. So 24% of the people picked Emory both games.
a quarter.
Yeah. And then 24% of the people picked Emory game 1 and a draw game 2. So another quarter. So that's half your audience right there is picking Emory in game 1, which is your 50%.
Yeah.
According to our number.
Yeah.
And then they split on where they went second time through, which kind of makes sense because that's why we're at 30-30-30, second game through. So the interesting one here is, I can't really see it, but some of the interesting one here are the Chicago Wash U, 8%. So Emory losing both games.
Yeah.
Only 8% has Emory losing both games.
Yeah.
And draw is also, is that 8%? I can't see 8%, really.
8%, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same for...
Same, yeah.
And draw Emory. I am surprised how little... I mean, there is no...
Well, what this tells me is that people are high on Emory.
Yes. Very. Totally. This is a total... Even in this one, right? You look at this and you're thinking, oh, it's even. It could go either way. This is actually... Emory is either going to win or tie. Like, that's the majority of the... That's the way
both games, yeah.
I mean, voting.
Yeah. Emory's... Well... In theory, Emory's a favorite to win both games.
Yeah.
At 35%, I know the second game is 35 Emory, 35 draw, but that's still at the top. So Emory's favored in both games.
Yeah. Which is interesting because really, I'm trying to think, when was the last time Emory was dominant?
Dominant? I don't know.
Dominant to warrant the percentages.
Good enough. Right. Sure. Last year they were down a little bit, but a couple of years ago they were.
To me shows dominance, right?
This
like
shows,
these numbers shows dominance. Like,
their best team in the UAA, no question.
Yeah,
is what
no
this
question about it. Correct.
Chicago and WashU are
seconds. They're battling for second.
Right. Despite the fact that Emory is in third place currently in the UAA.
Yeah.
Looking up at Chicago and Washington.
Yep.
This is really interesting. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but it's interesting the way people are thinking about these games.
I mean, I do think the Chicago Emory is probably going to be, in spite of all the other ones being really good matches, I think this is going to be the most high quality match of the week. Like, just in terms of the level and the way they've both been playing, this could be a cracker of a game. Or it could be a snooze fest where they don't want to, Although Emory, in fairness, I think Emory needs the win more than somebody like Chicago does.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They absolutely do.
And imagine if they went, where is it? The 8%, imagine if the 8% are correct, right? The 8% who picked Chicago and then WashU.
Right.
Like, that is cataclysmic for Emory.
It's huge for Emory. They drop down and Rochester or Brandeis move up.
Suddenly
they're in
close.
fifth.
Yeah, right? yeah. They're drop down
or sixth at that point.
They're wearing mob shoes in the Hudson, Like, that's how fast they sink.
Right. Yeah. So. No, this is I think these are battles this whole weekend. This is a tough weekend.
I have to say, and then the other thing, right? Like, Emory plays Chicago. This is not, I mean, despite the numbers, this is not going to be an easy game. And then they got to turn around and friggin' play this crazy game and somehow manage to keep their legs and health and all that kind of...
Now, the only flip side of that coin is Wash has to do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, and to Emory's, and you made this point, and I thought about this earlier when I was thinking about the percent, when you sent over the email with the breakdowns. Right, Emory's at home. I mean, that could be like a deciding factor. Maybe not the first game, but definitely the second game. I think could be the deciding factor.
They're going back to their dorm / apartment after.
Yep. exactly.
Friday night's game.
Yeah.
So, and they're hanging out playing FIFA all day Saturday.
Yeah.
Until their game on Sunday.
Yeah. Drinking, pigging out, all that stuff that student athletes do.
Right. That'll be Sunday night if they win
Sunday.
Both these games.
Either that or they just collapse in bed and they're like, I'm done. I'm done for 3 days.
Right.
So. All right, next up.
All right. So
I do kudos. This is a piece of art. Like, this is the kind of geeked out Excel spreadsheet pie chart that I just I love these things. Love them. But anyhow. All right.
Well, that's the only one I've got. I've got no more charts for you. The next one, Bates Middlebury.
This is another one. Like, I'm not sure Middlebury is that convincing to me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Middlebury is not convincing this year. But, there's... I don't know. I was just looking at the matchup. When was the last time Bates beat Middlebury? Do you know the answer to that?
I do. Yeah, of course you do. That's why you asked the question. You're a good lawyer, even though you're not. You stayed at a Holiday Inn. No, when was the last? I'll guess like 17, 16, something like that.
2019.
19, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's when Middlebury started after COVID, like really ramped, like really became.
And the last 4 games, they lost 1-0, lost 3-0, lost 3-0, lost 3-0.
So they got pounded.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but that's
not that Middlebury.
Right. That's not that Middlebury.
Yeah. Yeah. I would suspect we're going to be on the dartboard in the Middlebury locker.
Well, no, because we're still saying they've got a 60% chance, 65% chance of winning this game.
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe some of that 65 would have moved into the draw. That maybe Bates was good enough and Middlebury wasn't strong enough to.
I think
get
that's
the win.
where my head is at. Okay, I totally buy not giving Bates the win.
Right.
But I'm not as convinced that Middlebury gets the win.
Right. Maybe 35% on the draw.
Correct.
Which is maybe
55%.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that to me is legit. Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, that makes complete sense to me.
Right. But I think this is a kind of a statement from the Hive about what we think about Middlebury. Giving them more credit than we've kind of been talking about them being at the bottom of the NESCAC playoff right now.
Yeah, I will say they put 4 in on Vassar on Tuesday.
They did, and maybe that was a deciding factor.
Yeah. And somebody in the Hive is going to be able to tell us about what the Headley Reynolds Cup is all about. Who is Headley Reynolds?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that's what this game is.
Is this the Headley Reynolds Cup? All right.
Yeah, Headley Reynolds. Headley, nice. It's a proper name. Wasn't he the guy who was his ship set sail on a sunset trip? Anyhow, that's a terrible joke. Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's a wrong one.
Headley Reynolds. Here, who is Headley Reynolds? He's an American historian. He was served as the 5th president of Bates College. Okay.
Headley Reynolds served in role. Oh, he. You know why he served at administrative roles at both institutions.
All right.
So there you go. I feel so much more intelligenter now that I know this. Yes. They don't say what administrative roles, but...
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
The Thomas Headley Reynolds President's Cup. Colby Bates Bowdoin. So
Colby is in there too?
Yeah.
But so the Headley Reynolds Cup is a... Okay.
The Thomas Hedley Reynolds President's Cup, donated by President Reynolds of Bates College in 1988 and reinstated in 1997. Awarded to the overall points winner of the annual Colby Bates Bowden. That's the crew regatta. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. Well,
we're so learned now.
Yeah.
I'll call you Headley. You call me Reynolds.
There you go.
Continue the tradition.
All right.
All right.
Next one.
Not even close.
Not even close. So Wheaton Coast Guard, Wheaton 92%. So, I mean, is this a trap game?
That's all. That is totally what I think is going on. It's a total trap game.
Wheaton should win this game. I get why it's 92%. I think I picked Wheaton too, but I guess it wouldn't shock me if they don't win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe Wheaton lost to Coast Guard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would not be shocked at all. I think it's very difficult to play Coast Guard at Coast Guard when the weather may not be in your favor and that they're totally comfortable in.
Right.
And I think win or lose, I think it's always hard to play against Coast Guard. Physically, it is a very physically demanding game, and if you're not up to the physical demands of that game, you can trip up very easily. So I totally could see if Coast Guard comes ahead in this game.
Right.
It's no surprise whatsoever, because I think that they're capable of doing so.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't find my Google Doc with my scores. I don't even remember where I put this stuff half the time.
Well, you want to know who you picked?
Just as well, because then I'll regret. Like, I'll be like, I didn't mean to pick that. Like, no, then I just, we're just letting it fly. Just letting it fly.
Yeah, you got it right. You got Wheaton.
Okay.
Wheaton 2-1.
2-1, yeah. All right. I know.
You know. All right, next one.
Next one.
Buffalo, Plattsburgh. So now everybody's on Buffalo, right? Like a couple weeks ago, they 5% chance of winning.
Yeah.
And now you got more than half for saying, yeah, okay, I believe them. Either that or they just don't buy Plattsburgh.
Yeah. I think there's some of that too. I think Plattsburgh, yeah.
And this is a game that Buffalo needs to have a chance at the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And Plattsburgh can kind of coast through and just make the playoffs.
Yeah. There's no jeopardy for Plattsburgh in this game. I don't have the stakes. I think they're where they are.
Yeah, I think they're like 14 points and they're like 6 clear or something like that.
Correct.
And they still have some of the weaker games are left or whatever. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think this is a huge concern of theirs.
No.
But it's a good test. It's a good warm up, if you will, for the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing in Plattsburgh's case, I mean, they're at home. Yeah. So they could give Buffalo a run for their money. I just wonder. I do think Buffalona's pretty good. Right? I just don't know if Plattsburgh has that. But I know.
But like I said, what's funny though is that like a couple weeks ago, we gave Buffalo no credit.
No, none. Yeah.
And now they're 11-1-3, and now we give them credit.
Yeah. Well, it's always those, right? Like there's the, what's the hump game, right? They hump game. They go to Cortland. They tie Cortland. They tie Oneonta. They tied the bigger games that, right? Like that they're able to, and then they're winning the ones that they should.
Right.
Right. And so I think that's a big
They
deal.
tied Cortland, tied Oneonta, tied New Paltz. Those are the top, three.
The top teams in the
and them, the four of them are at the top. Yeah.
So, this will actually be a good SUNYAC game too. Like if you want to see a good, what does a SUNYAC look like? I think this would be a game, easy one to use for that. Or you do like, like Cortland, Oneonta.
Cortland, Oneonta, right?
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. I am a little surprised.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, Catholic Scranton. Scranton getting the favorite here, 38%.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that.
Okay.
I think
I kind of thought this kind of netted out right where it should.
I think from a distribution standpoint, I think I would have said third is fine. But Cortland Catholic always plays Scranton and gives them the number, right? And they're the ones that always seem to be the more dominant team in the landmark, and Scranton has kind of had these ups, downs, hot, colds.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised that more people thought. I would have thought, like, if you would have said if it would come back Catholic at 38 and Scranton at 30 and 32, I don't think I would have batted an eyelash. I'm like, I can. I think I would. I'm inclined for Catholic to show up and do what they always do and pop in too. Right?
Scranton's home, and they've only given up one goal all season.
Yeah. So.
And they've played arguably a better schedule. They played Messiah, they played New Paltz, they played Rowan, they played Cortland.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not dismissing it, and they're running through the landmark, right? Like, I mean, they did tie Juniata, but over the last weekend. So.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, no! Yeah.
They tied Juniata 0-0.
And then they beat Wilkes. Silly.
They pounded Wilkes. Yeah.
Yeah. The well, this is totally off the subject from this game, but I mean, E-Town also got thumped by Scranton, and I always think E-Town can be the leveler, right? Like that's sort of the game I look to. Like, how do teams do against? How did both teams do against E-Town? But clearly, I don't think this is the year to use them as that barometer.
3-win E-Town? No.
Yeah. Well, 3-win E-Town, lose 5-0 to Scranton, but then only lose 1-0 to Catholic. Yeah, right. That's not the barometer I'm usually looking for.
Right.
So anyhow, but I just think Catholic has a way of winning games.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. They seem to find a way. But I don't know that they have the same talent they've had in the past. I believe that for the last 2 years, 3 years. I think they lost some really good creative guys, but I also think that the way they play is not conducive to those creative guys. Right.
I think they'd rather, heavy metal,
right?
Rather than whatever. I don't know what the analogy with music I was going to try to make, but something like that.
Sure.
But yeah, I just would have thought that Catholic would have carried a little bit more. And again, because they've been consistently good year in and year out for the most part in the landmark.
Right.
Whereas Scranton has had their, I think, ups and downs.
Catholic's been to the landmark finals the last, 4 or 5, 6 years or something like that? Yeah, whatever it is.
You end up playing at Carlini Field for the final. Right. I think that's so.
Well, I don't know. I think maybe they go through Scranton this year. Yeah. We'll find out after this weekend where they're going.
Yeah, very true. All right, next one.
Again, this one was, I thought, the most interesting. Lebanon Valley, Stevens. And the reason why I say it's the most interesting, there's no draw here.
No.
Somebody's winning the game.
Somebody's winning the game.
And it's 50-50 as to who wins.
Yeah.
Half the group says Lebanon, half the group says Stevens.
Yeah. I think it's more of a case of somebody has to win, right? Like somebody has to win the game. Like they cannot afford not to even tie. Like a tie is not going to suit them.
You got to be playing for the win.
Yeah. Let me look up.
This is where you miss overtime.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
So who did?
I never thought I would say this, but maybe it's because of my experience with high school. Like we miss out. Again, it's bigger theory, and I put my pointy-headed soccer cap on. Like, we're trying to make the game so emotionless, and the game's the best when it's full of emotion. And man, nothing better than winning in an OT. Golden goal. Make it as dramatic. Like, I want more drama, not less, and that's why, again, it's like,
I'm a big
no
fan
VAR, please. No VAR. Let referees stink and be terrible and impact the game.
I'm a big fan of golden goal.
Yeah.
Golden goal OT.
Yeah. And in college, I just think it's...
for.
Yeah. I think that the fact that they say no overtime because of athletes' health and all that kind of stuff, is just like the shortcut to having to solve that issue. And it's not even real, I don't think. But whatever.
I agree with you on that.
Are we recording this? Okay. Oh, I forgot to press record. Like what?
All right, so we have to start again? Okay, so you had 15 points last week.
Yeah. I guess this is a tough game. Like
so
7-2-6,
so
5-2-6. I wonder what the rankings are. This
midweek, Lebanon tied DeSales. Not a good tie. And Stevens squeaked past FDU.
Yeah.
Which was good for them in standings, but it wasn't a very convincing win for them. It didn't prove that they're somebody to be
if Lebanon Valley, if LVC beats Stevens, they leapfrog them.
Yeah.
They leapfrog them, whatever the case may be, and Misericordia and Arcadia need to play that out, but so this is like a really meaningful game.
Yeah, this is a huge game.
Really.
I think this determines who your one seed is. I don't think. Right, FDU is not going to have.
Yeah. No, FDU's 1, and 2 in conference. They're fifth. They're not going.
Right.
Or they're fifth. Really interesting. I'll watch this one. I would love to go to Hoboken for this. I just don't know if it's probably a 7:00 game. Too cold up there. No, thank you. But I would love to be there. That would be very cool.
You can go get your cake boss.
Have you been there? Have you? Yeah, cake boss. Go yell at him.
Yeah.
You fraud. You bake lies.
You bake lies. That's awesome.
Have you been there? Have you gone to Stevens? Have you visited?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Because that's nearer to you than me, right?
Yeah, I played at Stevens a couple times.
Yeah. Did they always play in the same sort of get up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Next one. Another interesting one. Messiah Stevenson. So we appear to favor Messiah, but not convincingly.
No, not at
Cautiously optimistic that Messiah is going to win this game.
Yeah.
Right? That's what this tells me.
Cautiously is the word.
We're cautiously optimistic that Messiah is back on track and is going to win this game.
You know what? I think the most remarkable thing, the most remarkable thing about this, to me, and I'm looking at this, is how far Messiah has fallen in the eyes of people who watch, and that a program like Stevenson could even garner a third of the vote for a win like this.
Fair. Yeah.
Year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Messiah would be 90% favorite.
Oh, it would be 95. It wouldn't even be a game.
Right.
But no, to your point though, like Stevenson getting 30%, why not Stevenson getting 5% and putting that other 25 in a draw?
Yeah.
If you're not on the Messiah side of the coin.
Yeah.
But no. 30% Stevenson's going to beat him. They're going to flat out beat him.
Yep. They're going to win or draw.
Right. This is interesting. That's why I say this is really interesting.
Yeah. Over half going to win.
Yep.
Stevenson is going to win or draw. Like that to me is where the inclination is. And I bet, and you are kind of like saying, well, Messiah, this is the Messiah. If you picked Messiah, you're kind of like, yeah, Messiah has been good, is good. Maybe this is the game, right? They're going to. So I'll probably watch this one too.
Yeah, I would be curious to watch this one.
Yeah. And like I said, I would love to have a in-depth conversation to understand as to what's
going on with Messiah.
What's going on with Messiah.
Yeah.
Which could be nothing, right? Like this could be just the year and they were due, right? Like I always say, you play F&M. Like at some point you're playing the odds, and the odds it's harder and harder to sustain, and at some point you need to sort of revert back to the mean, right? And
but
come back down to earth, and then you're back up, right? And so,
F&M's below the mean. I mean,
F&M. Oh my
F&M, a bad year should be 500, not 3 wins.
I did hear, and I don't know this. I'm assuming it's accurate because who told me is pretty reliable. Like they have an injury bug for that team. I think they had 14 field players available to play on when they played Johns Hopkins, and they lost one.
Right.
I think lost 1 or 2 in that game.
Down
with serious injuries.
So
that could explain. Yeah, that could explain a lot.
Nothing you can do about that. I get that.
No. I mean that's just luck. Unluck of the draw.
Which means that all these young kids that are playing are just going to have that much more experience. And
that's what I kept thinking. I was like, oh, well, you deal with it this year. Oh, next year, look at that maturity. And sort of they've been there before, know what it's like to get their face beaten in, and here they go.
And if there's a year to not have to battle everybody, this is the year, because you've got 3 undefeated teams atop of the conference.
Yeah.
You got, Haverford, Dickinson, and Muhlenberg all undefeated, and you got Gettysburg actually sitting in second place in the conference.
Yeah.
Or maybe third, I forget. But I mean, it's like if you want to pick a year to be down, now's a good time.
Now's a good year to do it.
Why not? Why not this year when I don't have to worry about it?
Yeah. It's like they all agreed at the same time. Yeah. Maybe there is that secret bat phone that they all have.
Maybe.
Red phone in everyone's office they pick up and they connive amongst each other to make me look bad. I mean, this is not about me, though. Anyhow.
All right.
Next one.
Moving on. Yeah. Lynchburg, Washington, and Lee. This is kind of where I thought it would net out. Lynchburg a little bit of a favorite over Washington and Lee, but not by much.
I do think there's a little bit of hangover skepticism, skeptical hangover, where everyone about Washington and Lee, like no one was sure. Like, hey, again, we talked about them quietly going about winning games and not drawing the attention that they have in the past. And I wonder if some of that's not the case here, where Washington and Lee is right. They're not viewed, I don't know, as competitive. I don't know. That's not the right word, but
yeah.
But all credit to 12-1-2 Lynchburg, right? Like they're for real. Like They do it remarkably year in and year out in one of the toughest conferences, right? Where they're just tough as nails. Tough as nails. So.
Yeah, I mean, these teams have a tendency to beat on each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the ODAC is an interesting conference because you got that unbalanced schedule, so you don't get to play everybody, which is really weird and awkward, and they need to fix that. But, that issue aside, the top of the ODAC typically beats on each other.
Yeah.
And whoever survives that usually deserves it and does well. This is the game to decide. I think, although Hampton-Sydney's, right there.
Yeah. Again, I think it's almost like it's the year. Like you have these teams that suddenly there's more teams in the conversation, right? Like of teams who can actually,
right,
who are competing. I'll just say competing, right? Like. Again, we talk a lot about Virginia Wesleyan, but Virginia Wesleyan's in the mix, and so Hampton-Sydney, those are real.
Yeah.
So, and Roanoke is tough every year, right? Like I just think that's the
for whatever reason they're not this year, but yeah.
I don't see a draw here. Maybe I don't know.
No, I think somebody wins this game.
Yeah.
What does history say about these games? Let's see. Historical. Again, this is one of those things where, which team is going to show up? Is it the team that's struggling, or is it the team that's, finding a way to win games?
Yeah.
So they got, who was Lynchburg? History. The last 10 games. Last 10 games. Win, tie, lose, win, tie, win. Win. These are. I don't know.
6-1-1, 6-1. I think Washington and I think Lynchburg has a game in hand. Oh no, they're both 7. This could this could be for number 1 seed.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Right. It's definitely that's what's in play here. So, ODAC points.
Yeah, Washington Lee's got 19, Lynchburg has 18, Hampton-Sydney's got 17, Bridgewater 16. Yeah. Bridgewater, somebody's calling them paper tiger a little bit, which is probably accurate. Hampton-Sydney's probably, somebody to that can mess things up here.
Mess things up for people, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it's a big game, nonetheless.
All right, last one.
St. Olaf, Augsburg.
Whew.
So
Hive
what
is
this tells
ruthless.
What this tells me is that St. Olaf is the real deal.
Yeah.
Because they're a runaway winner against a very good Augsburg team.
Yeah.
These are 2 top 10 teams, right?
Yeah. This is the marbles. This is really Augsburg, it depends on which one you're looking at, but I think they're they're 7, 8, 9.
Right.
St. Olaf, they're 4, 5, 6 or something like that. So
yeah, what are the United Soccer coaches? Where do they have them at? National. Olaf 4, Augsburg 7.
So basically nothing. Yeah, they're right there.
And Olaf is the runaway winner here. 60%. So that tells me that Olaf is the real deal.
Yeah.
That people think Olaf's the real deal.
Yeah.
Not even ties. This isn't a draw. Only 16% draw. That's like 3 people, 4 people. This is, So.
Yep.
So actually, here, I'll tell you right now. Tufts, Emory, Olaf, and then who's the 4th? There's your final 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what a final 4 that would be too, but weird. Trying to find this thing's not cooperating. Here we go. MPI rankings. There we go.
And given that it's the NESCAC's always there, Williams. I'll go Williams. Williams having a good year. They'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
So Williams, Tufts, Emory, Olaf. Based on our Hive.
Yeah. This is there's so much riding on all these games. Just
I know.
Pure like, hey, let's go. You could be having a discussion about if we take this game, it position us really well for. It'll give us a boost in all the ramifications, whether it's conference tournament or your NPI ranking. All of that comes into play for pretty much all of these games, right? Like you can.
Yeah, I mean, in the past years, I think when I've gotten to about this time of the season, I've picked games where it was a little bit further down in the standings, conference standings, where it was you have to win this game or you're not making the playoffs.
Or you're out of the party. You're not going.
And now all these games, I think all these teams they're making the playoffs. It's just a question of where are they and how good are they?
Yeah.
And are they willing to make a statement for consideration for the future? Yeah. That's the difference now.
But not to go back to Emory, but Emory, which is completely possible, they could drop both of these games.
Oh yeah,
and they will sink like a stone, right? Like,
can you imagine if Emory drops both these games and then
they're not even
and then
close
another
to
one,
UAA, and then at that point they're down 3. Like how far do they go? Right? How far down do they go?
Right.
And then which changes the dynamic. Like right now they could be like we might be able to host that first round, Like they're going from that to like we have to travel to Cleveland or to So
right. Yeah, we got to go play at Denison.
Yeah. In November.
Right.
Yeah, that totally could be these are all of these though, but right? Like I mean, to me, and you could look this game right here, the St. Olaf Augsburg game. Could that be a hosting? Could this game all be about hosting at NCAA?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a ways to go. I know.
I was going to say there's still a lot of moving parts
soccer
there,
still to be played, but. Right, who positions who?
Right, but I think Olaf is what I think they're a couple points up on Augsburg for the conference there. I don't think it's a concern that they're not going to get the 1 seed, even if they lose this. I think they're still safe because Augsburg's 1 loss and 2 ties are both in conference. Mm-hmm. But this is a big game for Augsburg.
Yeah. How real are they?
Right. Can they challenge for the conference?
Can they legitimately say, hey, St. Olaf is not the only dog? Right.
And that's a brutal conference. That's a really tough conference this year. Yeah. When we talk about, this is the year where things are interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 14-1-2 Olaf, 15-1-1 Augsburg, 11-4 McAllister, 11-4-1 Gustavus Adolphus. Yeah. I mean, this is a brutal conference this year.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Dios. I'm going to be watching lots of games.
There you go.
And we don't have a high school game, so I will be watching a lot of games.
All right.
So
why no high school game?
We don't have a game. We played last night.
Okay.
Last night? So no, we played Wednesday. One puts us at 14-3-1.
14-3-1.
Fifth in our section.
Okay.
We're fifth. We're actually sixth in our section, but the head coach of Freehold apparently flipped out on the sideline, got like a double red card or something like that. So now they're not allowed to play in the state tournament. So we jumped.
Oh,
ahead
really?
Of them. Yeah. So we're technically fifth.
What conferences are you?
We are the Skyland.
You're the Skyland Conference.
Skyland,
yeah. Okay.
Raritan. Yeah. Whatever.
So
there's like 4 of them. And
yeah, I know. Yeah. The Delaware Mountain, Raritan Valley, or whatever.
Yeah. We're Raritan. So
okay.
Yeah. So and then next week we have a game, and then after that it's like a week later is states. So
yeah. So your section, are you Central or are you
Central?
South? You're Central. Central 4 probably, right?
Yeah.
Montgomery. So you're 8 right now.
Are we?
Yeah.
That's weird. We were 6 just...
You got Monroe, Hunterdon, Old Bridge, Princeton, Marlboro, Freehold, who you said is out. Okay.
Yeah.
East Brunswick, and then Montgomery.
Yeah. That's weird. Okay.
All right. That's an away game. Oof. Here we go talking New Jersey high school soccer for nobody that cares.
Did I tell you how much I hate the referees? I mean, they're so bad. So we had God's Honest Truth Wednesday. I don't lie about this stuff. Like I wish I had to make up this stuff, for like the chuckle or to come up with something to say. In New Jersey, I don't know about other places, but in New Jersey, as you probably know, beginning of the game, the 2 teams come together, and the referee reads a statement. There will be no taunting and no racism and no gender, this, that, and the other. You'll behave like gentlemen. And it's like this paragraph. It's like they read it out, and then they say, okay, are they coach, are they properly equipped? Boom, you separate. The referee says, okay, I'm going to read the statement. And it's a card. Looks at the card and says, the NJS. It's like, I really can't see this. So you guys know what it is, right? And everybody's like, yeah. And then looks at, are we properly equipped, coach? And that was, didn't even read it. Didn't it? Because he couldn't see it. This is the referee.
That's not the message you want to start with.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign. Now, granted, I'm sure he needs the reading glasses to read it, and he can call a foul, fine. But that's still not the message you want to be sending the kids. Is, I'm not really. Give it to somebody to read. Give it to somebody else to read.
I mean, and now it's funny. Now I get emails from people. Dude, you wouldn't believe what I just saw. In the middle of it. Like, it's not possible. This can't be. I'm like, I told you. I don't make this stuff up. When I comment, I'm like, I saw this. Like,
that's funny.
Yeah. Anyhow. Okay, that's for the other YouTube channel that we're creating, right?
For the
High School Soccer.
New Jersey High School Soccer channel. We can do that. We can do that one. What do you think of the Pingree versus Mount Olive game?
No, yeah.
Right.
Willapine. Oh, they play on grass. The grass is terrible down
there.
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
We will see each other. Yeah, we'll see each other Sunday.
Sounds good.
And you will tell me, man, I can't believe you got every game right and every score right. Has that ever happened?
No.
No, I know it's like
nobody's gotten 10 games right.
Statistically,
nobody will ever get 10 games, 10 scores right. No, but I don't think anybody's ever gotten 10 games right. every game right.
I aspire to that level of perfection.
Yeah. Okay. I don't. Good for you.
Good for you. Keep going back at. I'm close. I'm close.
You're right there. You're right there.
If I go off that back end, I'll come back around. They're like, oh my God, 150 points. How do you pull that one off? All right, EJ. Great weekend, brother.
Enjoy the weekend. Good luck.
Thanks. You too.
All righty.